It'd have to be Chad's brother, and that was years prior to that. I mean, I don't know any Jason in that holler unless he's moved in there with the time that Summer went missing and now. I mean, because I don't go hardly down there anymore. I don't go down that way hardly at all, but I do go down that way to see my daddy's grave. Yes, I do. My daddy's grave. I do take care of it, and I do take care of some people in the cemetery um, that's my family members. Most of them people in that graveyard and behind that graveyard that's got its hospital
Marlena,
set. They're
somebody
mostly
said,
family. He is Glenda Head's son, and they do stuff too. And Brandon Clark.
my name is Dee. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and join my memberships, please. There's 2 light hollers. There's one in Sullivan County and there's one in Hawkins County. There's 2 light holler roads, and I'm trying to determine which one Ricky Crawford lived in. But Marlena made that a little bit easier. She said Glenda Head lives there, Brandon Clark lives there, and Stephen Miller also uses that address. 872 Light Holler Road. Marlena's brother Ricky Crawford and his girlfriend Clesta Taylor also use that address. There's quite a few people that still currently use that address.
He's a whole piece of work too. His daddy died. Now his daddy's name was Pete, but he died too right after Summer went missing. So was he down there in the holler too
Yeah,
when Summer went missing? Because he
yeah.
died too right off the rib. He OD too.
They were falling over like flies after Summer went missing.
Brandon, you could never trust him. He was always strung out. So whatever Brandon Clark told, he was always messed up. He wasn't never in his right mind. He was always on dope and pills, and he had an attitude, and you had to watch him because he'd sneak up and kill you without you even knowing.
This is Marlena's brother, Ricky Dale Crawford Jr., and Clesta Taylor, his girlfriend. And she was the wife of the one they found in Greene County dead one day after Summer was reported missing. And here we have some more that want to keep it in the family. Just go be with your cousin's wife and children. See, there's 2 light hollers. There's one over here past Fields Road. And then there was another one back towards Lone Star Road. Light Holler Road, 872. I'm just wondering which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's the one by Walker Fork. The one closest to Ben Hill.
She wasn't nothing. She was well certified in psychology and all kinds of stuff, and she was just nothing but with a drug head and doing drugs and stuff. So she could have bettered herself quickly. She had a master's degree and all kinds of stuff, but she chose the wrong path. But I haven't seen him in a very, 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 very long time. No, and does he have a kind of hunch on his back? No, that would be, I guess her name is Danielle or Daniel or something. His name is Daniel. He was my kid's dad that had the hunch on his back.
His name is Daniel Chad Hayes, and I believe he is currently incarcerated.
That was who Donnie was talking about in that video of my husband at the time. I ain't never been married to him, but he is my kid's dad. Yes, the one that had the hunch on his back is the one. His name is Daniel, and he had a lot of spine problems. That's why he had the hump on his back. Now Pete was kind of humped over too, but he got that way by being thrown off so many horses and riding horses and stuff. Yes, yes, it does. It does butt up to the Ben Hill Hall. Yeah, Ben Hill Holler does butt up to the Sullivan County side. Yes, it does. It goes across on Fred Hill's property into Light Holler. Yes, it does.
She said her brother lived in at the end of Light Holler Road in a house that was being torn down. And as far as I can tell, that house is 872 Light Holler Road, and it's on 19, almost 20 acres. If you get in a car and drive from Candace and Don's driveway to 872 Light Road, will take you 7 minutes. If you went through the woods, it would be 7/10 of a mile.
And Brandon and them was staying over there on the Lot Holler side in the woods for the longest time, and I also heard that they found a sleeping bag with some clothes in it, some baby's clothes in it, some kids' clothes. But I never heard anything else after that.
Seems to me like she's trying to throw a shade on Brandon Clark. She don't like Brandon for some reason.
I'm a little faster than what you all think. Remember, I used to drag race down there. Remember, I was taught by the best. Remember, I was always whooping them boys' ass down there with driving. So I've been driving for a very, very long time.
Now, what in the world does driving fast have to do with summer missing? Oh, unless you were the getaway driver. Okay.
I'm just wanting to know if they know where I am. Come on, somebody speak up and say it because I know where you all are. I've been by Jody Sue's. I've been by where they're staying at. I've seen them all. I've seen all of you. I've seen y'all fucking poking around and being nosy. You might poke your nose around the wrong corner one of these days and might not like what's on the other side. So then he just had to move in that holler because
Yeah,
that holler back there, the back house, my brother lived in it forever and it was shut down and that's all of my cousin's land. So unless he's living in there unwanted, then I don't know any Jason dude that lives back there. Because that house that my brother and him lived in, they turned it down because it's all old. There's a church back there, there's a trailer back there, there's a camper back there. And unless he lives on any of my family members, just a little friendly reminder. I've got all the information I need. I have took it to the police. I have made a report. So if any of you all hurt me, touch me, come near me, hurt anybody that I love, know that it won't be that you be worried about where you found where Summer is. You're gonna be worried about how you gonna get out of prison.
That almost sounds like a threat to me. I don't know who it's directed to, but sounds like a threat.
Because I'm gonna put you there. And then I'm gonna get me a lawyer and I'm gonna sue you all for slandering my name all over the internet for
She almost sounds like Jody Sue, don't she? Coming out on the internet and then wanting to sue people for talking about her. It'll be hard to prove slander when you're slandering other people and their children.
their rooms, their beds never had sheets on them, never had pillowcases on them, um, just filthy, cans sitting everywhere, cigarette butts everywhere, put out on the floor. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was junk. They had all kinds of junk cars, all kinds of metal, all kinds of glass, and it's just yeah, it wasn't the best environment for kids to be in.
I know not only myself, but a lot of people are going to want this question answered. Why did you leave your child there then? Why? Was it in your child's best interest? I think not.
Like if you walked into the kitchen and they didn't even have a bathroom wall for the longest time. Like the shower and everything was open. You could see the toilet, everything. They would wipe their butt on shitty toilet paper and not even throw it in a trash can. They just threw it around the toilet because they didn't want to flush it and all kinds of stuff.
I know in my own mind, Marlena didn't answer that many questions. All she did was become suspicious herself. I have far more many questions.
Okay, but I'm related to Candy, which is Candace's mom, like Betty. Betty's my spider. It happened a month after Summer went missing, but they knew there was a narc in that organization, okay?
Yeah.
And for the Crawfords.
Wow.
Ricky was, I'm telling you, and I can give you some addresses of, like, listen, people's houses have been burnt down. We've had like 4 fires since this because they burnt people's houses down. Burnt my parents, they burnt my sisters, they burnt 3 of my sisters and my parents' houses down.
Right.
Jesus, I swear to God, they burnt their houses down. And when I sent you the thing about the one guy, if you look at his information, which a lot of it, the TBI and the FBI, I think have removed, but I have screenshots of it, where they talk about burning down properties. They're like, we're going to burn them down. And I'm like, they burnt us down. They burnt my parents down. They burnt my sisters down. And so when we speak out, bad things happen. So I can't, like, I'm like 10 hours away from them. So they don't even know where the hell I am. But I email them like multiple times, and Don and Candace won't acknowledge it. Grandis went to sleep, or whatever you guys call her.
Mm-hmm.
I call her Candy. I don't know what you guys call her. If you listen to the interview with Ansley, she said, I was napping, because she was. She didn't know what the fuck, and Candace left, okay? So there's a big, huge gap in her timeline. The only things they're guilty of is being shitty parents. When Candace got back, they made up concocted story, because it's like the is she left, and so there's a gap in the timeline, and she can't make up for that gap, and she don't want to talk about it. She's like, oh, the perpetrator will know. Yeah, they know, all right, and she knows that they know, because there's so many hours there. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is, like, this whole group knew that there was a narc, and they knew somebody penetrated and told on them, and they told law enforcement, okay? So what they did is, when they got actual proof, when Spider got busted, they said, okay, we're coming now.
I don't really believe that story, because Summer went missing first, then Spider got busted. So how did he get busted and they came after them for revenge when Summer went missing first?
But they weren't coming for the Wells. They were coming for the Crawfords. And mistakenly, they took Summer.
Because Marlena was staying over there at Dawn and Candace's for weeks and weeks and weeks, up until
absolutely, sister. Yes, ma'am.
Up until right before Summer went missing.
To tell you is what Candace did is she returned Journey to her grandma, and she wasn't there on the property, so they had no collateral. But they mistakenly took Summer, and honestly, they meant to take Journey. They meant to hurt the Crawfords, not the Wells.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that bothers me about that, though, is like, you know, because Marlena had been staying there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and if Marlena was into this bad stuff and connected to these bad people, and into that kind of stuff,
brother. No, it wasn't.
Who's actually he's messing with their same girl as he. It gets so confusing.
Yes. We're talking. Yes, you're right. You're exactly right. So Ricky, it was nothing to do with the Wells. And people are like, they're acting guilty. Yeah, they're acting guilty as hell, because they're fucking hillbillies, and they're addicts, and they're hillbilly addicts. It was nothing to do with the Wells. And people are like, they're acting guilty. Yeah, they're acting guilty as hell, because they're fucking hillbillies, and they're addicts, and they're hillbilly addicts. And Marlena Crawford, she's the answer. She's the cornerstone to this whole thing.
The sad thing is, if this was Lynn Hare, she also passed away. Nobody wants to help Summer. not one of y'all Beechcreekians wants to help this little girl who needs her justice. And she's going to get it one way or the other. She's going to get it one day. One day, we hope and pray. Every day, we hope and pray. And every day, I pray to God that it happens before the resurrection. Justice for Summer Wells and her brothers. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Join memberships, and y'all have a great weekend. Thank you.